Here we are, March 14th, St. Louis, Missouri. It's kind of snowing outside. Dad and I would go fishing. He loved to fish, and he loved to share stories about fishing, share experiences with fishing, and he wanted us to be a part of that with him. When we were growing up, we had a cabin in the middle of northern Minnesota, and we would open it up in the spring and close it up in the winter, and spend hours and days up there in the water and on the shore, in the woods. And Dad would spend a lot of time fixing up the cabin, but a lot of times on the water himself. And he would take us out and teach us how to fish. We learned how to tie lines, how to choose a hook, choose a bait, choose a lure, how to cast it, how to reel it in, and how to land a fish, how to get the hook out. The part about cleaning the fish, he didn't teach us that very much. I think he really enjoyed that piece the most. Either that, he was just really that particular and didn't like bones, so he would do the ones. He was always clean it. So that's where I learned much about my fishing, was up in Minnesota. And as I graduated and left the house, I moved away, and we would still get together periodically and go fish. Sometimes Minnesota, sometimes someplace else. And he quickly realized that whenever we were together, we didn't catch a whole lot. He would go to Lake Michigan and catch dozens of fish. He would go to Canada and catch fish. He loved the bass, loved to catch them. But whenever we were together, nothing. I had moved down to Galveston, and some friends of mine enjoyed fishing down there. We would go out on the jetties, and we would cast a net and catch our bait, and then we would catch red drum. Oh, they were fun. Sometimes flounder, sometimes bullhead, sometimes crab. I had also gone floundering in Port Aransas down in the Gulf of Mexico, and my wife and I would walk at night. You'd carry a light ahead of you in the water, and then you would spear the flounder. So I would tell my dad about all these wonderful times, all the things that I caught, and he was so proud. So as he figured out that when we were together we wouldn't catch things, he would kind of check his timing, and would usually let me know when I didn't have enough time to get the time off. He'd say, "Hey, Dad, we're going to Canada next week. Can you come with us?" "Dad, I'm working." "No, I can't go." Or, "Hey, we're going to go to Michigan this weekend. You want to come?" "Dad, I'm on call." "No, I can't." Sometimes he'd make the mistake of letting me know when I have a time off or when I had some time to get the time off. And we'd go. Time we'd go up to Canada and the Whitefish Lodge. And this was in May. Ice was still on the lake at that time. We were ice breaking as we go through. And the year before, he had been there and had dozens of fish that he brought in and brought home. Lots of photos. This time, we were there for 3 days. Each day, we caught one fish. That was it. 8 hours on this frozen lake, freezing our butts off. In the rain, in the snow, waiting. And the hardest thing for him is he liked to be with me, and he wanted me to catch something too. He liked to share that part of it. So that was really hard for him, because nothing was there. He had so many different stories of things he had done that he would tell us, and pictures we'd see of the fish he caught. He would get hooked periodically, had one in his eyebrow that was his favorite one to share. Thumbs he would get hooked in, and all the different things he would have caught. He had this great underwear that he would wear as well, with a trout right on the crotch. There's a photo that my mom took of him in his glory with this pair of underwear on. I'm just smiling, bigger than life. He would take his fishing rod and reel everywhere he went. He would take a mission trip to China and Mongolia. He'd be fishing out there. He'd go to Mexico, be fishing down there. Come to visit me wherever he'd go. He'd try to go fishing as well. He just liked to share that. He enjoyed that. So lately we do go out together, more close to home now. And right now it's just fishing, meaning we're on the water, we borrow a boat, we cast, we reel, we tie, put new lures on, cast and reel, pull it back in. Maybe catch one fish, maybe. Usually he catches it, and I just kind of visit and talk with him. The last time I got him a little bit overheated. I had to try to get him to drink, but he didn't drink a whole lot. And it took him a few days to recover from that. Right now he goes out with his friend Denny on the St. Croix River. About every couple of weeks they go out, and they catch a lot of fish. Whenever I go with him, nothing. Nothing at all. We get skunked. We have a good time. I know he likes to be with me, and he likes to share that. It's hard because he wants that experience of catching and pulling something in and looking at it and touching it and having me do that as well. But it's nice to be with him as well. So I wait for him to call. Sometimes I call him and say, hey, let's go out. But it's fun to be with him. I'll wait for the next time he calls me, as he wishes that we'll catch something.